So in this video, I want to share with you Warren Buffett's 3 L's that take down business owners. So I had a buddy who one of his business partners had a bunch of money, and it was one of those, like, for charity purposes, let me pay in order to go and take Warren Buffett out to lunch. And they paid a big check, multiple six-figure check, in order to be able to take Warren Buffett out to lunch. And while they were sitting down, while they were talking, when you write a check that big, you want to try to get a return on your investment. He went prepared with a lot of different questions. And one of the questions that he asked Warren Buffett is like, hey, I'm on the rise, I'm building this business, it's on its way to becoming a billion-dollar company. What are the pitfalls to watch out for in growth as a business? And here are the 3 L's that Warren Buffett shared with him: liquor, ladies, and leverage. Let's break down each one. Liquor. Liquor means anything that can cloud your judgment, that can distract you from operating at the highest level. It's not just liquor, it's not just alcohol, it's drugs, it's anything along those lines that make you act differently, that make you put your head out in the clouds, that take you away from operating at the highest level at all times. So he said a lot of people then, once they start making money, they get into drinking, partying, and then all of a sudden they got to recover for 3 days, or they're doing harder drugs that completely take them off the radar. So got to watch out for the first L, which is liquor. L number 2, ladies. And I don't mean this in a derogatory manner whatsoever. I think having a great spouse and somebody who can support you is one of the most important things you can have in your business. But he means going out, and some people maybe are kind of nerdy in high school or college and never had the attractiveness of females coming to them. All of a sudden, when they gain power, when they gain money, all of a sudden, there's people coming out of the woodwork who want a little bit more of your time, want a little bit more of your attention, and sometimes those are females that have ominous goals and ambitions, right? You know what I mean on this.
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Guess what? There's gold digger guys out there too who are looking for successful female entrepreneurs. So it goes both ways. It's insane to me that people will risk their entire livelihood, their entire family, for a one-night stand. There's a lot of other ways that you can get a release than having to go and do stupid shit. So you gotta be on the lookout of that. There's people who are trying to get into your network and trying to ruin you at those high levels, and at the same time, don't go friggin' looking for it. I don't go to strip clubs. Why? Because if you're hanging out in strip clubs, chances are you're gonna do something stupid, right? It's like, I try not to hang out with people who eat French fries too much. I try to hang out with people who eat salads, because if they're eating salads, I'm probably gonna eat a salad. If they're eating French fries, I'm probably gonna go and eat a French fry. And so I make sure that I don't even put myself in those situations that could turn into something troublesome. And then the 3rd L is leverage. And this is more the business and the personal finance side of things, is don't over leverage on the money side, and don't over leverage on your time either, right? Like, we have a limited amount of resources. You don't want to go and over leverage yourself on money, on debt, and taking on super, super high leverage, meaning, buying a $10 million building and borrowing $11 million on it, right, in order to take some fees off the table and all this other stuff. If the market shifts and you find yourself in a position where you have to exit that property, you're going to be in a tight spot. If COVID happens and you got an eviction moratorium in place for 18 months, you're going to be in a tight spot. If you buy at a discount, you create appreciation, and you have equity in your properties and in your business, and you're not over leveraged in that capacity, you're in a much better position and in order to exit, and you have more options on how to get out of that situation. If you had to fire sale it, you could fire sale it. If you had to hang on to it, you could hang on to it, but you're not in a tight spot where you have this big debt service that you have to cover every single month on the leverage side. And that's for finance leverage. What about time leverage? Because most people think about how much debt I have on a property as leverage. I think about how much bandwidth you have in your day, because we all have 24 hours in a day. You have 24 hours a day, I have 24 hours a day. Elon Musk has 24 hours a day. How is Elon Musk operating at a higher level than you and me? Because he leverages his time in a smart way. And he only utilizes his time to do things that have the highest return on his time. It's called time autonomy. He leverages his time in a way that he's focusing on the things that are the highest and best use of his efforts and of his insights and of his knowledge and of his experience and his skill set. And so you're doing those things. You're not leveraging across many different businesses or spreading yourself too thin. You don't have too many balls up in the air. That gets tricky. Focus. Focus on a handful of things and make sure your time is lasered in on just doing those things. So, straight from one of the wealthiest people on the planet, Mr. Warren Buffett, stay away from the 3 L's that are the pitfalls of big business and successful people as they continue to grow. So, what are the things, the pitfalls that you've seen outside of those 3, or give me some examples of the 3 L's that you've seen in your business, or take down some absolute rock stars in business and take their attention away from their business and from their success that have created pitfalls for them. So hopefully you got some good takeaways. Put that stuff in the comments for me. Please share, please like the video, and if you would, please subscribe to the Legacy Wealth channel. We got lots more content coming your way this year.